Welcome in. This is another briefing, man. This is the Dawghouse Sports Show. I'm your host, Smoke. We're going to go ahead and give another breakdown. A lot of times we focus on the local media and their perspective, especially going on with this Browns quarterback competition. Today, I want to look at the national media and how they're viewing it. Let's go ahead and dissect this, man. Let's tap in. Without further ado,
two quarterback competitions remain, and on Saturday, Deshaun Watson got the first start for the Browns in the preseason opener at the Bears. And Deshaun Watson played pretty well relative to his recent performances, especially since
played pretty well. Now, when we dissected it in the film, remember, we have the All 22 on the channel. If you would like to watch that, go ahead and tap into that. We have the All 22 where we broke down every single play of the game and every single one of Deshaun Watson's throws. When we watched Deshaun Watson, we saw him absolutely be accurate in short and intermediate range, but what we also saw was lack of pocket awareness. We saw happy feet. We saw running into sacks. We saw nothing but safe passes and nothing go past 10 to 12 yards. Is that not part of the analysis as well? Personally, I don't think that was just absolutely great. He played good. To me, I gave him a C. So to just come out and say he played good, I personally can't. I can't go with that. I don't like that. Let's go ahead and see what these guys have to say about it.
Recently, he hasn't been able to play at all. 11 for 15, 126 yards, lost a fumble. Shedeur Sanders was
That's playing good.
6 for 11, 79 yards with an interception. The general consensus, Watson played pretty well.
I don't know how that's a general consensus. And also, 126 passing yards. Let's not forget about 60 of them came from a Dylan Sampson screen.
And Shedeur didn't play as well. And I think it just increases the stakes for everyone as they get ready for this week 2 preseason home game against the Bills, Chris.
Yeah, no, it's a real quarterback battle, and it doesn't sound like anybody separated themselves. Because I heard some announcers even for that game going, well, they got to pick a guy. I don't think they know. Nobody's running away with it. It's close. So they're waiting for someone to kind of take like we've talked about, the bull by the horns here. Watson, very good start, definitely. He looked good. He threw the ball where he wanted to. They kept it simple. But let's not forget for Deshaun Watson, too, he got the first-team offense. He got all the good receivers, and he got the Bears playing a few starters, but a lot of backups on the defensive side of the ball. Shedeur didn't really get the starting offense and all of that and played against, backups, too. But I thought both looked good. I really did. Watson was sharp. He moved well. That was one of the things I wanted to see is just like, hey, what's he look like moving after this Achilles tear and some of those issues? That looked good. His throwing, hey, he was pretty accurate with the ball. There's no doubt about that. Put it where he wanted to.
Exactly did. But when that happened, when all of those things that he's talking about happened, that happened when Deshaun Watson was hitting his first read. So we talked about it on the All 22 film that we watched. We were able to see Deshaun Watson on probably about 3 or 4 throws actually get in. It was first read. That's the guy that was open. We got to our 5th step or 3rd step in our drop. We released, and it was a perfect, timing play. We only saw that about 4 times. Anytime he had to move off of that first option, that's when we started to see the deer in headlights. I don't understand how he played very well.
There's some mechanical things as an ex-quarterback I look at. I wish he'd change. But on that, too, I thought Shedeur looked good. Shedeur has great feel. That's where I like Shedeur. And I think Shedeur's throwing motion is just natural, more natural than Deshaun's, and I feel like the ball pops out of his hand a little bit better than Deshaun Watson. His interception was bad, but it wasn't that bad when you watch it on film. The idea was right. He just threw it a little high. He got pressure in his face, and he just couldn't quite follow through with the throw, and the ball sailed on him, and it was an interception. So he'll want that one back, but he's got a chance to make his mark this week, like you said.
Absolutely. So that kind of contradicts what we talked about as far as with the local media, that everybody is just projecting that now Deshaun Watson is just buying away the starter. It's funny how when you think about it from a football perspective, other people have conflicting thoughts. I don't see how anybody could be looking as Deshaun Watson is clearly in the lead here. Even if you want to say he played very well, he played decent. I gave him a C for his performance. I don't understand how a C for his performance plus through training camp, leading all quarterbacks in turnovers as far as interceptions, can say someone has earned the starting job. In my opinion, this thing is wide open. This is all determined on how Shedeur performs Saturday. Saturday is going to be a huge moment for Shedeur Sanders.
Head coach Todd Monken had to say about Deshaun Watson's performance against the Bears.
Oh, it was awesome. I mean, it was so cool to watch him play. I mean, I get all of the frustration by fans, himself, but for him to come back and work like he did is an unbelievable credit to him. And then to go out there, he was having fun today. And that is so cool. And I thought he really functioned at a high level.
Now, with that point, I feel like you can agree with that. It is good to see Deshaun Watson get out there. He's missed a lot of games. 18 or 19 out of 85 qualified games that this guy could have been on the football field for you. Yeah, absolutely. It's a great thing to see him out there having a good time playing, not looking horrible while playing. Nobody gave him an F for his performance. Nobody said he was just downright terrible. But when we talk about very good and playing okay, happy for the guy, two different conversations.
High praise for Deshaun Watson. And look, I don't, you know what you get when you win the quarterback competition? You win the privilege of being the first guy benched. And I have a feeling it's going to be revolving door in Cleveland this year, just like it was last year, from Joe Flacco to Dylan Gabriel to Shedeur Sanders. It's going to be whoever wins the job yielding to whoever didn't win the job, maybe with Dylan Gabriel getting a chance at some point, because we don't expect the Browns to be any better than 5-12, which is what they were last year.
5-12? Let me know in the comments. What do you guys think the Browns' record will be?
Especially Myles Garrett, which I still support the move to make the trade, but it's going to be hard for a guy to hold the job wire to wire. But it's good to see Watson 6 years after we last saw him perform at a high level, and everything that he's been through, through his own behavior, through injuries, through also it's been more bad than good for Deshaun Watson, other than the $230 million fully guaranteed contract. Of course, that falls onto the good side of the ledger. A lot of bad.
Just barely.
There is one good.
Yeah.
And that you'd put the line good, $230 million bad, everything else. That's pretty much Deshaun Watson's life for the past 6 years. So I don't know, but I think that it all comes down to Saturday. What is Shedeur Sanders going to do? He needs to, hey, he's a gamer. He needs to treat this preseason game like the Super Bowl.
Yeah.
And I think, honestly, Super Bowl, a bit much, but this is a huge moment for Shedeur Sanders. And when we've talked about the competition, we've talked about the fact that Shedeur does tend to show up in big moments. Whose son is he? The name speaks for itself, but he's going to have to show that true this Saturday. There's a lot of eyes going to be on this game. There's a lot of people watching to see. There's some people watching to see him fail. Some people watching, hoping he succeeds. Others just watching to see what happens. But guaranteed, this is box office, and this is going to be a lot of attention on your Cleveland Browns on Saturday. And let's not forget, we also have joint practices this week where we are splitting first-team reps between Shedeur Sanders and Deshaun Watson. Those are pivotal reps in the coach's eyes. Coach Monken is going to be looking at those reps and deciphering a lot of things outside of just this preseason game on Saturday. These practice reps, shout out Allen Iverson. Practice? Yes, these practice reps versus Buffalo are going to be huge.
Yeah, no, and listen, I think I agree with just about everything you said there. This might be one of those, you've won the right to start and be the first one benched during the regular season. Maybe it is that. Maybe that's where it goes. Certainly, you could sell Todd Monken, extremely happy for Deshaun Watson. Like we're talking, the human aspect, the fact that he's had to battle through so much stuff and then go out there, play well, have fun, all that. Todd Monken appreciates that. I like Todd Monken's offense. These quarterbacks will have more of an advantage this year because this will be the best offense, to me, they've had in Cleveland in a while. And what I would be excited about with Cleveland, Mike, they don't have Myles Garrett, but we know that D is still really good. And, man, these young receivers, Denzel Boston looks real deal. Casey Concepcion looks real deal. Harold Fannin, the tight end, already is the real deal. We saw that last year. They redid this O-line. And Quinshon Judkins is the real deal. There's a
shout out to the O-line. When we watched on the All-22 film, we actually saw those boys be pretty stout in pass coverage and blitz pickup. They look pretty good. First game, we know, granted, it was versus twos. They actually look pretty stout. Now, run game, there's some issues, some things that they need to iron out as far as getting to the right spots. But I think they'll be okay. Shouts out to the patchwork Chex Mix O-line, as we call them.
A little bit more, I think, potential and hope on the offensive side of the ball than I've seen in a while. But, yeah, it's going to have to translate to wins, and this quarterback situation, I don't know where it goes. And you're right, Saturday's going to tell us a lot.
Hi, it's Mike.
So, Saturday is going to tell you a lot about this quarterback competition. I think everybody wanted to try and count it as it was over. Everybody on Monday wanted to scream and yell from the hilltops that it was Deshaun Watson as being the guy. I think now we're going to have a little bit of come down to earth, right? Pump the brakes. Everybody slow down. We have more football to be played. That's why we love this part of the season, man. If you're not excited for football, man, you are not a football person. I'll tell you that much, man. So you guys let me know in the comments. What do you think? How do you see Saturday playing out? Is this going to be an honest competition, or is it a foregone conclusion that Deshaun Watson will be your starter for week 1 of the regular season? Let me know. Either way, I feel like Saturday is a huge week for Shedeur Sanders and a huge game for the Browns in general, just to see where we're at with our young core. Let's get to it, man. Let me know what you think.